Here we are again diving right into world numismatic finds, and today these UK top 4 picks come straight with that greedy treasure hunter mindset which UK audience absolutely loves. We have 120 pence 1991 in circulation condition, a 1956 1 shilling in fine condition, a 1953 3 pence with a good presentable surface and 1 5 pence slightly rusty but still historically holding age aroma value. These are the type of finds that excite that inner UK collector instincts, because these are exactly the age windows where small metal, small denomination quiet sleepers start to become moneymakers in silent markets before the US and Asian whales clock them. Today's UK 4 picks are the kind that can flip a vault, change an auction expectation and can shock future valuations if stored properly and waited on with patience. Let's get started up. The 20 pence piece from the year 1991, even in normal circulated condition, is now becoming a major talking point because the modern digital numismatic world has now started ranking these third-decade early decimal period coins in extremely high long-term potential category and in future forecast elevation category. This is no longer considered a boring everyday small change coin. This is now considered a rising value sleeper era coin which many UK collectors are aggressively storing in bulk quantity now while they are still affordable. When we talk about its background story, the 20 pence denomination in the United Kingdom was introduced towards the early 1980s and continued strongly throughout the 1990s, but this 1991 year sits in a very special and very different growth area because this was the period the British coinage identity structure, cultural symbolism and national identity royal symbolic numeric design language was establishing its future long-run pattern for the next generation numismatics. This coin carries the Crown Tudor Rose reverse design and the Queen Elizabeth II portrait on the obverse, which at that time was still extremely visually strong and bold with perfect British national symbolism. The head and tail representation of the coin is instantly recognizable. The portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side carries dignity and legacy, while the reverse side shows the Crown Tudor Rose, which expresses the full heritage of the nation, royal history, British strength and British unity. The cultural and historical values behind this coin year is powerful because it marks a fully stable mid-era monarchy moment of the late 20th century when British coinage was still heavy with old sovereign-style symbolism and not yet invaded or diluted by modern corporate design simplification like we see in some modern coins now. The weight of this coin stays in the 5 grams region, which gives this small-shaped 7-sided coin that premium early decimal solid metal physical feeling which collectors absolutely love because those 1990 to mid-90s coins do not feel cheap. They feel like real value and they carry that physical weight memory which people now want back again. Key facts around this coin include the strong Royal Mint production, the widely circulated usage across the entire UK population, and the fact that so many collectors did not store these coins in the 1990s, so large quantity has already been destroyed or damaged permanently through normal life circulation. Because of that factor, the rarity and condition now matters hugely. Circulation condition coins today are becoming harder to find in decent non-damaged form because after more than 33 years the surviving examples are now mainly scratched, dented, worn or extremely weak in strike, and collectors around the world are now competing to grab decent mid-circulation grade pieces before full price boom begins. The collector demand energy is now extremely real and rising every single month. Many expert collectors now strongly believe these mid-1990 early decimals, including this 20p 1991, will become huge future premium hold coins exactly like how the early Victorian bronzes boomed many decades later. Today's realistic market value in US dollars for a circulation grade but decent condition 1991 20 pence coin sits around $2,000 to $5,000 generally depending on wear pattern, visual appeal and how clean the fields are. However, this value is climbing year by year and is definitely in the slow burner accumulation category. Many serious investors are bulk stacking these now before the big move hits later. Collectors who want to secure future growth value should start selecting better circulation examples now, store them properly in proper coin flips or coin capsules, avoid harsh cleaning, avoid metal scratches and always hold for long term because the golden magic of this era is not immediate flip profit, it is future appreciation because of shrinking surviving population and cultural legacy nostalgia demand. This is a coin that rewards patience, storage discipline and forward vision. In conclusion, the 20 pence 1991 is not just a simple small circulation decimal coin from the past, it is a future historical premium sleeper coin with enormous potential growth momentum building behind it. Even in normal circulated grade condition, it still holds emotional desirability, national symbolism strength and future value appeal, which makes this coin a deeply attractive piece to secure and preserve now because the 1990s British decimals period is going to become one of the hottest numismatic investment chapters in modern UK coin history. Next up, the 1956 1 shilling coin in fine condition is now gaining a much stronger greedy outlook again because post-pandemic the UK pre-decimal series pulled back demand from US buyers, Canadian buyers, EU buyers, and now Asian collectors because this era has been labelled the last true living memory monarch coin cycle before the modern decimal takeover. People love this coin because this small value piece is still physically powerful in its storytelling, the lighting reflection, the crisp reeded edge feel, the stainless profile, and the old-world 50s British identity. The UK is not shy to say that the mid-50s designs have become a top world numismatic attraction zone in the last 2 years because 50s UK silverish-style copper-nickel composition coins now attract both new teenagers entering the hobby and old master collectors who have been buying for decades, which makes this video a perfect value watch. The background context of this coin is beautiful. This 1956 shilling was struck during the reign of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II in her early portrait period when the UK still had direct classic British imperial weight inside its currency. Britain was still heavily rebuilding post-war national direction, the pound was still highly respected, culture was still pre-decimal, the shopping behaviour was different, and coins like this were daily pocket reality for people walking through London, Birmingham, Manchester, Glasgow, Cardiff, and seaside piers. This coin is a direct slice of real United Kingdom economic history in physical form. It represents trade strength, stable tradition, and British identity in a recovering modern world. Its head and tail representation is extremely symbolic to collectors. The obverse portrait of young Queen Elizabeth II shows the pure fresh monarchy transition period which holds collector psychological value because this was the era where the world was still adjusting to her becoming the new monarch right after George VI. The reverse design with the heraldic British lion atop the crown gives a direct royal authority signature, making it one of the most confident reverse designs out of all UK shillings. This animal plus crown formation is strong, powerful, and historically cinematic. This is why many collectors say the 1950s UK shilling reverse has never lost fire. The cultural and historical values connected to this coin continue to rise because this coin lived inside cinema years, classic British jazz clubs, early rock and roll arrival years, early car production years, early television normalization, and mid-50s British family household structure change. These coins physically travelled inside millions of UK homes. That emotional attachment dimension is now translating into modern financial collector aggression. This coin weighs 5.65 grams, and this original physical weight is something collectors deeply respect because this consistent shilling weight profile was a major identity landmark in pre-decimal currency memory. Strong key facts driving current attention are based on original UK mint survival numbers, international demand, and the fact that young QEII shillings are not slowing down at all on online marketplaces. The fine condition state increases desirability because the coin still shows clear readable portrait, clear reverse elements, decent character wear and strong natural circulation aura without becoming too damaged or dead visually. Rarity in 1956 shilling is not ultra impossible, but the condition scarcity in the better grades plus overseas demand is what makes it profitable. Fine condition specifically still has demand because the price entry point is still affordable while the value climb potential remains active. Collector demand is extremely healthy at this moment, especially from international buyers who now prefer 1940s, 50s and 60s UK transitional monarchy era coins over super modern proofs and commemoratives. Today market value in dollars for a 1956 1 shilling in fine condition can fall in the region of $700 to $1,500 depending on buyer region, auction environment and emotional hype stage of the market. Some specialist buyers may even go higher when they need specific date fill. The best advice for collectors is to always select coins which have natural tone, zero harsh chemical cleaning, good balanced field view and stable surface integrity because those will rise most strongly as international numismatic historical currency category keeps gaining strength. Store them in non-reactive protective holders and maintain them in low moisture temperature stable environment because preservation is the investor's compounding tool. To conclude this film, the 1956 1 shilling in fine condition is absolutely still a brilliant hunt target for UK collectors, global collectors, and future investor-minded holders because this one coin is a direct blended representation of monarchy heritage, pre-decimal economic identity, and the rising modern world collector psychology that is aggressively buying mid-20th century UK metals. This piece is very positive, very attractive, very historically meaningful and remains extremely comfortable for both starter collectors and professional numismatic buyers. Next up, 3 pence coin of the year 1953 in good circulated condition, a coin which most collectors today consider one of the very charming early post-coronation Elizabeth II era pieces, and a coin which quietly holds so much cultural meaning and historic presence in the numismatic world because 1953 was her very first year of coinage as Queen. This coin is one of the most emotionally significant British finds because this was the year everything changed when the people of Britain, the Commonwealth and the world were accepting a brand new young Queen taking the throne, and this small brass 12-sided coin physically represented that exact transition era that numismatics loves. It carries emotional weight far beyond monetary spending activation. It is a coin that connects sentimental value, collector value, and historic value all in genuine harmony. The background of this coin is deeply royal historic because the 1953 3 pence was produced as part of the very first official coinage of Queen Elizabeth II following her accession, and this stands as a real milestone within British coin history. The head side of the coin shows the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Mary Gillick, which is still recognised today as one of the most elegant and pure portraits ever used on British coinage, and collectors admire it deeply. The reverse side shows the stylised Tudor portcullis with chains, which symbolises the Palace of Westminster, Parliament and stable authority, which in turn reminds people that this coin held legislative value, strength and a formal constitutional British identity. This coin carries cultural and symbolic heritage because it represents the early modern Britain formation point after World War II rebuilding and the new era of Queen Elizabeth II future. Many collectors treat this 3 pence not as a tiny coin but as a time-stamp of the British people beginning a new modern structure. The weight of the coin is approximately 6.8 grams, and this solid brass alloy gives it that thick iconic feeling which makes these 12-sided 3 pence coins extremely recognizable and enjoyable to handle physically. Key facts such as being the first official circulating 3 pence year for Queen Elizabeth II makes this coin strong in desirability demand. The rarity of this coin is not extremely severe, but good condition examples from 1953 are becoming harder to find because many were heavily circulated and many were damaged or corroded due to brass alloy. So when a 1953 3 pence appears in good condition with clear portrait and strong reverse clarity, it stands out very fast, and collectors today absolutely jump to secure these because this is part of the first-year series obsession in the collector world. That makes demand consistent and continuously rising, especially internationally. In the current today's market, a good condition 1953 3 pence could easily be seen selling anywhere around $400 to $900 depending on the sharpness of detail, plating quality and demand at the moment, and occasionally even more in strong bidding environments because first-year Queen Elizabeth II coins attract emotional buyers. Collectors aiming to secure good pieces should always store them in proper safe holders, avoid touching surfaces with bare fingers, remove long-term moisture and avoid abrasive cleaning because original tone and natural surface is what builds value. This coin is definitely recommended to collect for future growth because Elizabeth II first-year base coins will continue to rise steadily decade after decade. In conclusion, the 1953 3 pence coin in good condition is a historically strong, culturally meaningful and financially smart addition to any UK numismatic portfolio. It is positive, it is attractive, and it is a type of coin that gives long-term satisfaction, rising desirability and holds elegant British identity in its purest form. Next up, 5 pence coin we are discussing today in this video. Even though many ordinary people still underestimate it and treat it like a small forgotten denomination, actually is one of the most fascinating small-sized UK coins in modern circulation numismatic study. The story becomes even more attractive when the piece being discussed is in a little rusty and slightly worn surface condition, because this type of natural aging gives unique visual appeal, stronger historical travel impression, and it becomes a strong talking point for collectors who chase character and originality. The journey of this coin represents the era of decimalisation in the United Kingdom, the change of national monetary identity, and the long-term transition phase where the UK modernised its coinage system fully. This was a coin that originally replaced the shilling value, so there is a direct historical link that most common public do not realise. This little coin has seen the shopping world of 1980s, the fuel price crisis, the period of strong sterling, and the digital card revolution that slowly pushed cash to lower use. The head side features the image of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, which represents dignity, monarchy consistency, trust, national identity and British stability. The tail side shows the segment of National Royal Shield, representing national defence, tradition, law, Old Kingdom heritage and the symbol of British strength and pride that has travelled through centuries. In cultural numismatic terms, this 5 pence coin carries emotional value because it sits within that generation who witnessed old money fade away and new modern money take the lead. The weight of the coin is around 3.25 grams in standard mint form, which is extremely lightweight, pocket comfortable and easily stored in bulk by collectors who like to collect quantity runs. The metal purity and the mint craftsmanship make this coin highly durable, which is why so many survived long years. Now when key facts are examined in the United Kingdom advanced numismatic market, collectors are now beginning to lock in high interest even on lower denomination coins, because demand for budget-friendly investment type coins is massively increasing on YouTube markets, TikTok showing flips, and eBay auctions regular spikes. So scarcity is now not only about extreme rare errors. It is about coins with life evidence, story evidence, toning, surface originality, and old pocket travel proof. This gives such pieces stronger psychological demand. Therefore, this slightly rusty natural condition coin is not a negative. It is a value booster for the right buyer. In the today market in USD pricing, depending on the level of surface aging, the story appeal, strike clarity, and buyer emotional interest, In YouTube collector traffic-based resale values, this coin can float around common ranges of $500 to $700, but high-demand sentimental buyers and social resale flips can even take it more if it is presented in nicely filmed form with story backing proof. For collectors who want to profit from these small-denomination modern UK coins, the best strategy is to store them properly, avoid cleaning with chemical-harsh liquid, protect the natural toning layers, and organize coins by variant and mint year. Build a portable stock of real circulated story coins because budget buyers are now stronger than elite buyers online. And in the conclusion, this 5p coin in little rusty surface form is definitely a modern piece that silently proves how the numismatic world is now evolving. It is not only about old 1800s gold. It is about mass emotional trending coins that people feel close to because they remember touching them, using them, and living life with them. So this 5p coin is absolutely a perfect modern UK numismatic investment angle, positive outlook, and high attraction form for upcoming digital coin content hype. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to stay tuned to World Numismatic Finds for more rare and valuable coin discoveries from around the world.